Let's dive in. Let's see what might be playing out for this Pisces nation for the next 7 days. Spirit, show me what's going on with Pisces. Pisces, there are a few things that I would like you to keep in mind as you listen to this reading. Understand, Pisces, that this reading is general. This automatically means that there are certain things that may resonate in this reading, and then there are certain things that don't. Please don't get distracted by things in the reading that don't resonate. Instead, take in what resonates, leave the rest. Please avoid making any sort of rash decision based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can always book a reading on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. Lastly, Pisces, we're going to get into some topics that might get kind of heavy. If this is not the type of reading that you came in search of, or you're not in the headspace to maybe deal with sensitive topics, please go ahead and skip this one. Let's get into it. So what might be going on for you over the next 7 days. Some of you Pisceans are dealing with other water signs, in particular Cancerians. Possibly be dealing with there being a lot of pressure, or there could be a level of frustration that you might be experiencing, especially surrounding work or opportunities. There's a Virgo highlighted in your reading, your opposite sign. You're facing a situation where I almost want to say you're being put to the test. It seems like this week you're very concerned about family. Family is a central focus. Your home. Let me see what this is, because it seems like you're under a lot of pressure. Okay. It's a money thing. Seems like you're having some money issues. Pisces. Maybe there's some things on your background that you're trying to get taken care of. It seems like, yeah, it looks like it. That's what this is. Some of you, maybe you're into real estate. Maybe that's something that you're maybe gravitating towards. Some of you, it seems like there's some bad habits that you might be breaking. Some of you may possibly be coming out of your shell. And somebody obviously has their eye on your money, Pisces. You got an Aries that shows up to your reading. So some of you, maybe you have Pisces and Aries placements. There's Taurus. Some traveling that could be relevant for you, especially if we're talking about overseas. There's something that you're waiting for, and you're starting to maybe possibly begin to get maybe a bit antsy or discouraged about the thing that you're waiting for. Whatever this happens to be, it could be a job. It could be a particular opportunity. It could be some guidance that maybe you're looking for when it comes to something, because it really does feel like, Pisces, this week you're trying very hard to make something happen, almost to the point of being a perfectionist. Yeah, it seems like you might have to accept the help this week, Pisces. You might have to reach out and ask for help, because it really does feel like you're trying to face everything on your own. You're very inspired this week. Something that you're very passionate about. It may have something to do with a creative project, a creative side of you. You could possibly be focused on that. Because it definitely feels like you're driven when it comes to your dreams, the things that you aspire to do. You're really focused on that. It seems like you're focused on healing. There could be an opportunity for forgiveness. This could be forgiveness of self. This could be in some other area of your life. It definitely feels like you're moving forward. It's time to move on from something in particular. It's time to get back in the game, because it feels like there's something that you're dwelling on. You've been dwelling on something for the longest. Revisiting something that happened a long time ago, or maybe not even that long ago. It could have been something that happened within the last 2 weeks. It seems like you're just kind of fixated on a particular problem. And it seems like there's something that's just really causing you a lot of stress. And this could have been a conversation. This could have had something to do with maybe something, a verbal exchange that you had with someone. Maybe you did have a conversation with someone, and maybe you're kind of stuck on what was said. And maybe you're kind of replaying the whole conversation in your head, and you're like, well, I should have said this, or maybe I shouldn't have said that. It seems like that's what you're doing, like rehearsing something in your head, but reliving it. It also feels like you're scrambling this week to get things done. And that's where maybe you're facing some sort of a challenge. You might feel like getting something done is like swimming upstream. You might feel like you're getting a lot of different pushbacks, a lot of different distractions. The Spirit is encouraging you to take a different approach if it has something to do with that. It looks like it's hard to let something go. It has something to say. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's in what someone has said to you. You're looking at a situation and you're feeling like somebody, like the things that they said could have been, okay, let's talk about it. Okay. The issue right now, this week, is drama. So you could be having drama with someone. You could view someone as two-faced. Somebody, you might feel like somebody has malice against you. Or you might view somebody as being just purely selfish. You got King of Swords and you have Justice right beside it. And this could possibly have something to do with a Libra. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini could be relevant in your situation. Yeah, somebody said something with a lot of haste, and it seems like it really did affect you. Somebody could have said something when they were drunk, Pisces, under the influence of something. Because it looks like there's tension and you're overwhelmed about something. Something is causing you a lot of anxiety. I think it's your money. That's clear. We've already established that. There's a Leo that joins your reading. Okay, so this is a relationship. For some of you, this is a family member. Maybe you had some sort of an issue with family, especially a father figure. This could be your own father. This could be the father of your child. For some of you, maybe it's your husband. I don't know. Some of you, the tension and the opposition has something to do with what's going on at work. But we're going to get into all of that in a second. Something's going on with, like I said, communication. It's just hard to maybe get your point across to someone in particular this week. You feel betrayed by whatever the circumstances happen to be. Let's see what this is. What is somebody saying to you that has you in your feelings like this? Somebody's going for the jugular. Your guard is up, and somebody knows that. Yeah, definitely. There's somebody acting selfishly. You're not talking to this person. You got into it with someone, it looks like. Or if you didn't actually get into it with someone, it feels like maybe in your mind you did. Like you might be pissed off with somebody right now because of their poor choices, or because of somebody's lack of commitment to something that maybe you're committed to. Well, I will say that there may be a little bit of time that may go by before you hear from this person again. And it definitely feels like someone is coming back in. Okay. Nine of Swords. I think that's about your job. I think you're worried about your job. Or this is just you kind of frustrated with someone. Maybe frustrated to see someone, because it definitely feels like maybe you are feeling a bit, you got a lot on your plate. It seems like some of you are worried about your home. You're worried about homelessness. You're worried about your financial situation right now. And maybe there's just a lot that you're holding in. Okay. And as far as finances are concerned, and maybe it's just you're overly independent, and maybe you might feel that it's embarrassing to maybe ask people for help. Okay, but whatever is going on with work, if this is like a job loss or this is due to a move, I promise you, I'm still trying to figure out what's happening, because I can see that you're hurt and you feel betrayed. because of maybe something that someone said in front of other people. Somebody may have said something online. What is this? Then I think you have a legal situation. Let's start there. I think some of you are moving, but you're waiting to move, or you're waiting for someone else to move, but some things are in the way. It's obvious that, okay, the legal situation. Okay, bear with me. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to start. Am I going to switch to the legal situation, or are we going to talk about this whole thing that's going on between you and this person, which I don't exactly have full context about, and I'm trying to find that context? There could possibly be an apology. You may be getting communication from someone that you haven't spoken to in a while, somebody that you go way back with. You are moving, definitely. Some of you, you're moving by choice, and some of you, you're moving purely by circumstance because of a financial pinch. Maybe this is you having an issue, maybe finding something that you feel that you can afford. And maybe the issue is being patient. Okay, because it looks like you're kind of heartbroken because of some things that may have happened. Yeah, you're going through it. 5 of Cups, you got some disappointments that are on the table. The 5 of Cups twice, and you do have a legal situation. Got it. I think I see the picture. I think some of you are afraid to let go of a situation. Either you or somebody that you're dealing with, or somebody around you may recognize that there's a relationship that is just purely damaged. And right now, it might feel that it's just beyond repair. Because it looks like maybe you were vulnerable with someone, and you might feel that someone took advantage of that vulnerability, or that vulnerable moment. And it looks like maybe right now you're having to make some decisions about that. Maybe you're making decisions about who can be around you and your family, or whatever the case may be, and about maybe who you're distancing yourself from. Somebody definitely sees you as aloof and someone who doesn't want to be bothered and has your guard way up. You feel that it's justified because you put up with someone's disrespect and betrayal for the longest. You're viewing this person as selfish, or vice versa. Some of you, you are Libra with Pisces in your chart. Like I said, you might lay low for a moment, or this person might. Maybe there's a bit of a separation. Someone comes back in, like I said, to kind of warm up to you again. I don't feel like, some of you, this could be an apology, but others of you, this is like somebody's kind of glossing over the situation, and they expect you to kind of like be cool with it. But I think something is festering for you emotionally right now. There's a toxic emotion that I think that you're dealing with this week. And I think it may have something to do with anger. And due to the fact that you've got all of this anger that you're dealing with, I think that, and because you may be pushing this down, you might have other symptoms in your body that might be reflecting this anger. So your guys this week, they're encouraging you to clear this before this becomes kind of dangerous, because it seems like you're holding on to feelings of hate or just anger towards someone. And like I said, it's affecting your arteries. It's affecting your blood flow. Your guides are saying something that may be detected within your body connected to your emotions needs to be cleared, because it seems like this prolonged anger is causing other issues within you, Pisces. Or just this stress if it's not anger. You got that situation. So this person could be at a physical distance from you. They're distant from you in proximity. Yes. There's communication that comes in from someone that maybe you'd rather not hear about. It seems like you were sincere with someone, and you feel like maybe somebody can't seem to return the favor for you. So, yeah, needless to say, there's disharmony. It's going to be entirely up to you about whether or not you open up to the situation again, because the way that you're looking at them is that maybe there's something about this person that is just absolutely insincere, or someone had bad intentions for you or in coming to you. So like I said, you're irritated with someone, you're having conflict with someone, you might be tempted to call them out. For others of you, this is not going on within your home life or your private life. This feels like this is going on with someone at work. Some of you this week might be having clashes with your boss or with a coworker. There might be somebody at work that you want to call out. There might be somebody, you might be the truth teller, the whistleblower in a particular situation. And there might be people that are looking at you as though you are the tattletale. Like you're someone who's trying to deliberately stir up drama at work, when you're really just someone who's trying to like have things be equal and balanced. Or you have someone around you that's trying to get information from you. Like I said, two-faced people. Someone in your energy is this. Somebody could possibly be trying to get your personal information out of you so that they can go and run and tell this information to other people. So with work, or maybe this is something that you're recognizing about somebody. Okay, maybe you're seeing someone's true colors this week. Either way, it feels like you're feeling the Ten of Swords, like you're on the receiving end of this week. Something has happened, like I said, that has caused you to put your guard up. And so, yeah, that's what I think that this is about. Then I see a legal situation. The legal situation may involve a Leo, or you might have Leo in your chart. You owe a balance to something, okay? Especially if this has something to do with a legality. Some of you are going to court, possibly due to a child. Some of you are trying to bring your employer to court. Maybe something connected to that. Or this has something to do with something that's on the job, okay? So if somebody is speaking ill against you, working against you in some sort of way, Pisces, I see you getting justice for something. But I also see you possibly getting served papers. For some of you, this is divorce. These are divorce papers. For those of you, since I was talking to you about your dwelling place, your home, some of you, that's where you've been served papers. Or this is either the case, I'm trying to figure this out. Either this is the case, Pisces, you've been served these papers, or this is something that you're worried about. Okay, because like I said, there's a financial issue or a financial need that you have. And it seems like it's your cash flow. It's blocked in some sort of way. So is somebody trying to take something from you? This is what I'm feeling. So if you are going to court, some of you are facing an eviction. Yes. So you were served paperwork. For some of you, if it wasn't you, then it was possibly a family member. There could be some information that you could possibly be getting from court. Some of you, it seems like the information you could possibly be getting from court is a court summons. Maybe this has something to do with jury duty. Some of you, maybe there's a ticket that you forgot about, and maybe it's time to go and pay a fine with court. For a majority of you, I think that this has something to do with, again, moving. You're having to move, pack and move, this looks like, because of, like I said, you've been served papers. And you don't have the, or maybe somebody that you live with, somebody that you're under the same roof with, maybe you're not sure what to do next or where to go next. It seems like it's this sort of thing, or it's a financial issue that makes it hard for you to kind of figure things out. Like it seems like you don't know where to look. And possibly because you're carrying a balance from a previous location, it seems like maybe that's where you hit a roadblock with trying to get what it is that you need, or get to a place that you can afford, is what this feels like. Because it looks like you've had some sort of unexpected change this week. Some of you could possibly be going through a bankruptcy. Some of you are having issues with a large corporation, maybe the government. Maybe you owe back taxes or whatever, or you owe for student loans, this sort of thing. It seems like something has you at a huge loss. You had to shell out a lot of money. For some of you, it's due to a move. Somebody is trying to capitalize on you in some sort of way. And you might feel that you don't have control over this situation. It does. It feels like somebody is trying to take advantage in some sort of way. Like somebody, yeah. It's like somebody's preying on your common sense. It has something to do with this false person. Spirit, what's going on? I don't think I fully see the picture. Somebody's a rapper too, by the way. Pisces. Maybe you have an aspiration with music. You have a musical talent. Maybe somebody around you says, yep, whatever this is, okay, illumination. Breakthrough is right beneath that. I'm just going to go on what I'm feeling. What this feels like is that somebody is trying to pull the wool over your eyes. There's someone else involved in this. Some sort of background thing that somebody is doing, something that is hidden, something that you're going to find out about. It seems like somebody is possibly trying to delete something or remove something before you see something. Like they don't want you to see the real truth of it. Trust, something is hidden. Whatever is done in the dark will come to the light. It feels as though someone is trying to prevent you from having something or keep you down in some sort of way, which I do see. I see it in the form of someone maybe lighting candles on the situation to keep you down, or to keep you depressed and discouraged. For some of you, for a majority of you, that's not really going on. That's for somebody that's listening, but I don't think that that's the case. For a majority of you, about the whole thing about somebody lighting candles on you to keep you down. But I think that there is someone. And I think that for some of you, whomever this part is that I'm talking about, this is somebody that you know. You recognize them as a false person. You definitely recognize that somebody is up to something, okay? The somebody is full of drama. Somebody is full of ish. You see it. For some of you, it's due to capitalism that something is keeping you in a state of poverty. It's due to the fact that maybe rent is high or whatever. Somebody's trying to take advantage of you. That's the point that I'm trying to make. That's the case for somebody. I'm trying to make sense of it in the cards, but like I said, I'm just going to go straight by what I'm feeling. So back to this entire story that started off in the beginning. Vulnerability. I think that this is what you wish that somebody would have. But I think that when you're talking to someone, Pisces or cross watcher, you're talking to a brick wall. So I think you're trying to get your point across to someone, but to no avail. I think for you, something is affecting you. It's whatever happened, because you got this card that says clear out the old. And I think what's going on in your mind is replaying old situations. Things that hurt you, things that disappointed you, okay? Because it definitely feels like for some reason you're in a pessimistic state of mind about something that may have happened, something that someone said or did to you at a time in your life where maybe you were vulnerable, or you were in a situation where maybe you did need someone's help and you feel that someone stabbed you in the back or did something against you, this sort of way, this sort of thing. Well, it seems like this week there is a decision that you may need to make about something. You may need to make a decision, or this is you kind of waiting for maybe a situation that's out of your hands, especially if this has something to do with the court. Something seems like it's been prolonged. You're waiting for them to make a decision. And maybe this has something, maybe this decision is tied to your money, or you're putting a lot of money, paying a lot of money forth to a court situation, a legal situation, or a balance that you owe. And so it seems like it's constantly keeping you in the red. What spirit is trying to tell you is that there is a breakthrough coming in. And what it is that you don't know will be illuminated. You're going to see exactly what you need to see about someone that is in your energy. Whether this is background energy or this is someone who is just all up in your face. For some of you, you may not exactly know who this is because there may not be a face to it, but you may feel it and you may detect that something such as this is going on in the background. There's a breakthrough. Let's talk about that a bit more, especially if this has something to do with your money. I was talking to you at the top of the reading about asking for help. So it seems like somebody could possibly be loaning you money, coming to the rescue for something that you're dealing with, something that you don't have the funds to maybe complete or attain because you don't have them, you know what I mean? To like, you don't have, it feels like somebody took something from you. I can't seem to get away from that, but it seems like, yeah, you're feeling trapped, you're feeling helpless, you're feeling a lot of anxiety. Your guides are saying the way to get to the answers is to shift your energy. Out of the Eight of Swords, you're human. You're going to feel frustrated, you're going to feel stressed, under a lot of pressure at times, especially if there's something that you're trying to do and you feel that it's just not working. You're trying to complete a task, yet it seems like there are a million distractions that come up. Or a lot of work that's kind of piling on this week. That's what I mean about this whole thing about your mentality and releasing whatever it is that you need to release so that you can focus. Because it looks like that's the issue this week for some of you Pisceans. It feels like it's job performance. Again, you're under a lot of pressure. You may actually feel like you're kind of like chained to the desk at work. For some of you, this means that maybe you kind of do. You want to leave, but you can't. You're cornered. Or you're too afraid to. We talked about that at the top of the reading, your purpose. It has something to do with your creativity. It seems like maybe there's something else that you really see yourself doing. But for now, especially because of your mindset, you may not see your way out of a particular situation, but it might be the way that you're thinking about it. You might be feeling very discouraged. You might be feeling very depressed. You could possibly be just kind of keeping to yourself. Like I was telling you before, someone sees you as isolated. Isolating yourself from people or whatever. You're not yourself. People are recognizing this about you. And you might need some sleep this week. So maybe this is you kind of being acting out of character because maybe you haven't had enough sleep or whatever. Some of you, maybe it's due to a pregnancy and a lot of hormonal changes. Maybe there's just like a lot going on with you with regard to that. Some of you are pregnant, or some of you could be finding out about a pregnancy if this is not your own pregnancy. When it comes to your finances, do the best that you can. We're back to this. Because it seems like there could have been some financial decisions that you made in the past that maybe you felt like you didn't have the foresight to see what was getting ready to happen before maybe you spent that money or it was allocated to something else. It seems like now you're looking back on a financial decision and you feel like it's coming to bite you in the ass and now you're trying to fix it. It seems that you have the ability to, okay? But it seems like this week financially, you might feel that you bit off way more than you can chew. It definitely is hard for you to concentrate due to a financial situation. Some of you are self-employed, by the way, or this is you maybe due to your creativity. Maybe this is you wanting to build a business, wanting to build a brand for yourself, or maybe this is something that you are currently in for some of you. Maybe you are entrepreneurs. And it seems like the competition is definitely seeing you as somebody, as a force to be reckoned with. This feels like Pisces or cross watcher. Let's see what's going on with you professionally. What's really going on? You're under a lot of pressure. We talked about that. Yep, go outside. You've been indoors too long. So I think this is what you're working on, to the point that maybe you're kind of, like I said, just kind of closing yourself in. Your commitment, your dedication to something definitely is going to reap some rewards. Some of you have a spiritual gift, and this has everything to do with your purpose. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So maybe this is maybe something, perhaps this is something that you're wanting to get into. Maybe your name is Dana. Maybe the name Dana could be relevant. Some of you could be bullied at work, or some of you have children that are being bullied. For some of you, maybe you're good at counseling children, healing children. Some of you are parents, and this is a part of your calling. This is a part of your purpose, is to be a parent, whether you're an adoptive parent, you're a godparent, or you are a biological parent. It seems like even if you are not like, you haven't given birth to these children, these could be your younger siblings, these could be that sort of situation. But I see you helping children in some form, in some capacity, for some of you Pisceans, advocating for children in some sort of way. This might be something that you feel called to do professionally. Or like I said, this is through your parenthood. You're worried about something. Some of you are worried about your own children. Like I said, whether or not that you've given birth to these children, or they're related to you in some sort of way, or you are a teacher. You guys are saying whatever you're worrying about, you don't have to. They want you to have peace and serenity about a particular situation that's just kind of has you going crazy this week. You guys are calling you to your coping mechanisms. What is it that you kind of gravitate to when you feel a lot of pressure? It seems like your guides are encouraging you to reevaluate the way that you handle stress. Because for some reason this week, it really is not working. What's going on with Pisces Nation? Oh, you're holding on to a lot of stuff. We talked about that. Spirit says it's time to let go. It's time to have boundaries. It may be time to go to the ocean, Pisces. You might be kind of nauseous. Maybe it's because some of you are pregnant, or like I said, it's just the stress. You've been holding on to a lot of different things. The weight of the world feels like it's on your shoulders. This is why your guides are saying have peace, Pisces. They want you to let it go. They want you to wash this off of you. Some of you maybe literally. Maybe it would be a good idea to have a spiritual bath. They want you to stay grounded this week. And definitely, for sure, if there is a situation where you feel like you've wronged someone, then it looks like Spirit is saying apologize. This is definitely the week where either you have the ability to right past wrongs, or this is someone coming to you. The only thing, Pisces, is the person that might be coming to you might not be giving you a heartfelt apology. It seems like they might be making a decision about that. Some of you, I think someone is well aware that they owe you an apology. They might. Someone may have said some things hastily because they were upset. And they may have said the next best thing that they knew that would stab you. And it seems like it went back and forth. Who can say the most hurtful thing to the other? This is the week that I feel that things kind of de-escalate. Or like I said, you have the ability to do so. Something can be salvaged for some of you Pisceans. That's for some of you. That's not going to be the case for everyone. It would take for someone to be vulnerable. It might seem as though someone lacks that gene, but they got it within them. that definitely feel that someone this week, they're feeling it. They're feeling the guilt of a particular situation. Someone definitely feels like your boundaries are like ridiculously high, Pisces. And someone definitely feels that your perception of them is off, that it's wrong. Your financial situation is, we talked about breakthroughs. So there's something for some of you, not all of this is someone lighting candles for like ill purposes or to bring harm to someone else. Not all of this is baneful. For some of you, maybe you do spirituality. You're into you're doing magic on your situation, maybe to prevail in a legal situation. Or for others of you, this has something to do with increasing your finances or finding work, this sort of thing. The breakthrough is coming through. If it doesn't come through this week, Pisces, it seems like it's coming through very soon. There's something that you're trying to manifest that's near and dear to your heart. And it definitely feels like it's a little bit delayed, but it may come through over the next 7 days. Especially a spiritual gift. It feels like your guides are trying to bring this out of you. Some of you, maybe you're in the process of developing or fine-tuning a spiritual gift, which we talked about earlier. Maybe you are the high priestess, as I mentioned. Maybe this is you doing magic for other people or some form of divination, possibly using your gifts in whatever capacity, whether or not these are spiritual gifts or these are gifts in other ways. It seems like you're using your gifts to aid and help other people, and you may be experiencing an upswing in your energy, or your gift may be elevated due to the fact that maybe you're in tune, but you might have to find that place of balance so that you can hear from your guides. Yeah, this week something might piss you off. The whole thing about fake people, especially if you work in social media. There might be people that are acting upon your ideas, taking your ideas in some sort of way and using it for their own recognition and acclaim. I think this is what you're on the verge of getting, this recognition and acclaim for something that you're naturally gifted at, Pisces. I just feel like somebody, like I said, capitalism, it seems like somebody is trying to put their foot on your neck or take advantage of you in some sort of way. It has something to do with someone's integrity this week. You may kind of come across this, or you may be someone that kind of witnesses this playing out in someone else's life. I think this week is the week that you may meet a mentor, Pisces. You might meet someone that has high integrity that could possibly lead you in the right direction of maybe something that you have an aspiration to do. I definitely feel like this is the week that you're meant to speak up. You might need to speak your truth about something. Somebody may need to hear it, Pisces. Or maybe it's a child that may want to be heard, that may be looking for your approval for something. Oh, since we're talking about maybe approval, I think this is the case. So I was talking to you about a home. You're having issues maybe finding a home due to a balance or due to something that's on your record, something that's legal, like an eviction or a conviction that's on your record. There may be an approval for you coming up. If this is you maybe having an issue, kind of scrambling to get the money, to get what it is that you need. I mentioned to you a breakthrough. So this money may come through. It may come through someone else's hands. It may come through your account because, like I said, at the beginning of the week, it feels like you're chasing paper. But before the end of this week is over, within the next 7 days, you'll at least get to a solution. But I feel that for some of you, the money may hit your hands this week. You don't have it at the beginning of the week. You feel like you're wasting your time, maybe getting something done. Things come back into balance. For some of you that are business owners, this may be, like I said, there's an upswing when it comes to your talents, your gifts. You're more in tune. This may be, or like I said, some sort of work that you're doing, spiritual work, may increase your sales. Or like I said, someone may loan you the money that you need to be able to get where you want to go. So there may be a contract that you could be celebrating. You could be signing on the dotted line for something. If this is not the case, as I stated this week, this feels like this is something that's coming up possibly before the end of October. Just know that this reading could resonate. You could be watching this a year from now and it still may resonate. You're meant to see this message whenever you see it. So in case you happen to be watching this a year from now, from when it's posted in this current year, 2024, it reached you for a reason. Doors are opening for you, Pisces. It's time for you to decide about what you're going to do, especially about a calling that you have. You're being called to lead, Pisces. You've done this before, it looks like. This particular thing that you do now seems like this might be deja vu for you. Be careful about micromanaging the universe. Sometimes certain things were not meant to happen. And maybe now doors are opening for you because now it's divine time. Divine timing has arrived. You are a light worker. You are a star seed. Yes, it's time to choose a new direction with something. There's a new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. It's time to choose something else. You've been having a hard time with something. Again, divine timing. Give it time. Something that you're holding on to so tightly to. Pisces or cross watcher this week, your guides say, let it go. Be mindful of teenagers. The things that they're saying, the things that they could possibly be concealing from you. It seems like it might not be a bad idea to check in with a child this week, Pisces. We got this card that says vulnerability. So there may be something that maybe a child wants to tell you, but they might feel that maybe you might have a whole conniption. You might fly into a rage if they were to tell you how they're really feeling about something. I think that you might sense it though, Pisces or cross watcher. You might just kind of feel it. Or there's somebody that's trying to BS you as if they're insulting your intelligence. I think that you would know the truth about whomever this happens to be that's in your energy this week. Spirit, what is the advice for the Pisces nation for the next 7 days? To help kids in your county. Perfect. Healer. You have powerful healing abilities. Have faith in your abilities. Stay tuned to your path as a healer. Some of you, maybe you work in the medical profession. Yeah, you're definitely a healer. You guys are saying have faith in your abilities. Pisces, abundance. Enjoy the beauty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. We talked about that. If this is a financial need, some money that you sorely needed, you may get a financial breakthrough. There may be some money, like I said, that comes in for you, and at the beginning of the week, you're feeling a bit discouraged about it. Your guides want you to believe in the possibility of things playing out. Raise your standards. Elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. I think this is you holding yourself back, limiting yourself in some sort of way, Pisces, with something that maybe you really want. Confirmation. This is just what I was saying. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender. The how. I think that's what you're concerned about this week. The how. How is it going to happen? How is this ever going to level out? Your spirit guides are saying, surrender that. I talked to you at the top of the reading that there's a toxic emotion that you're holding on to. Anger in and of itself is not a toxic emotion. But when you allow it to fester, when you allow it to not have an outlet and it just lives in your body, safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. There's nothing wrong, like I said, with anger just as an emotion. God gave us the ability to have feel anger. But it seems like, I don't know, somebody's anger might be going overboard. Maybe this is the reason for a legal situation. You might be tempted this week, Pisces or cross watcher, to put your hands on somebody. You might. Be careful about crossing the line. There are consequences for this. The consequences are not worth it. With that, Pisces, this concludes your 7-day forecast for angelic ascension, with angelic ascensions. If you'd like to book a personal, the way to do so would be to head over to my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com. Thank you, Pisces Nation, for deciding to tune in this week. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.